Welcome to the Parenting Insights Podcast, where we explore the hidden truths about how our children think and behave. 96% of children lie to their parents at some point, according to recent studies from major universities. If you believe your child is always honest, you might be missing the subtle signs of their self-protection. Today we are going to change everything you thought you knew about why your kids are hiding the truth. This video will help you save your relationship with your child and build a foundation of true, radical honesty. Why do children choose to deceive the very people who provide them with love, safety, and all their basic needs? The answer is not that they are becoming bad people or that they lack a moral compass or ethics. It is actually a survival mechanism, and it explains why your current discipline methods might be making things worse. Most parents in the United States believe that lying is a sign of disrespect or a lack of proper character. They think that by increasing the punishment, they will eventually force the child to tell the truth every time. But research from the University of Virginia shows that harsh punishments actually create more sophisticated and frequent little liars. When you react with intense anger, the child's brain enters a state of fight or flight to survive the moment. Their amygdala takes over, shutting down the logical part of the brain that understands the long-term value of honesty. Think about the high-pressure environments in cities like New York or Los Angeles, where kids feel they must excel. In these competitive cultures, a mistake feels like a catastrophe that could ruin their entire future and family reputation. They lie to protect your image of them and to protect themselves from the emotional weight of your disappointment. It is a heartbreaking cycle where the child lies because they love you and fear losing your precious approval. Expert psychologists explain that a lie is often a child's way of saying they do not feel safe enough. Let us look at a case study from a suburban neighborhood in Chicago involving a 10-year-old boy. This boy, let's call him Leo, broke a very expensive vase while playing soccer inside the family's living room. Instead of telling his mom, he hid the pieces under the sofa and told her the dog knocked it over. Leo was not a bad kid, but he had seen his father get very angry about broken items before then. His brain calculated that the risk of the truth was far greater than the risk of a small white lie. When his parents finally found the pieces, they realized their own reactions had created the fear that fueled the lie. How can we break this cycle and create a home where the truth is always the easiest path taken? I want to introduce you to a framework I call the S.A.F.E method for responding to your child's dishonesty. This acronym stands for Stay Calm, Ask Honestly, Focus on Solutions, and finally, Encourage the Truth with Positive Reinforcement. This method was originally developed for high-stakes negotiations, but it works perfectly for the modern American family dynamic. The first step is to stay calm, because your emotional regulation is the mirror for your child's own behavior. If you scream, their brain shuts down. But if you remain level, they can actually think about their own actions. Step 2 is to ask honestly, which means avoiding trap questions where you already know the answer you want. Instead of asking, "Did you eat the cookies?" try saying, "I see the cookies are gone. Tell me about that." This gives them an opening to explain without feeling like they are being interrogated by a strict police officer. Step 3 is to focus on solutions rather than focusing on the shame of the lie or the past. Ask them, "How can we fix this together?" which teaches them that mistakes are things we solve, not hide. Finally, encourage truth by thanking them when they are honest, even if the truth itself is actually quite difficult. Saying, "I am so proud of you for telling me the truth," builds a bridge of trust for tomorrow. Let us look at another example from a teenager in Houston who was struggling with her math grades lately. She forged her mother's signature on a failing test because she was terrified of being grounded from the dance. When her mother found out, she didn't yell. She sat her daughter down and used the S.A.F.E method instead. She realized her daughter felt that her value was tied only to her academic success and nothing else at all. By changing the conversation to support, the lying stopped because the perceived threat of failure was finally removed completely. You might encounter some common mistakes when you first start trying to implement this new way of communicating today. One big mistake is emotional leaking, where you say you are calm, but your body language is clearly very aggressive. Kids are experts at reading your microexpressions, so you must truly regulate yourself before you even start talking. Another mistake is bringing up old lies during a new argument, which makes the child feel they can never change. If they feel their past mistakes will always be used against them, they have no incentive to be honest now. Consistency is the secret ingredient that makes this framework work over the long term for your whole family. Once you master the basics, you can add the predictive truth technique to your parenting toolkit for even better results. This is what high-level therapists use to help children feel safe before a mistake even happens in life. You tell your child, if you ever make a big mistake, I will be on your team to solve it. This simple statement removes the fear of the future threat and builds a reservoir of safety in their young minds. 90% of parents who use this technique report a significant drop in deceptive behavior within just 3 weeks. Imagine a home where you don't have to play detective because your child naturally wants to share everything. Let us talk about the timeline for this transformation, because it does not happen overnight for most families. In the first 2 weeks, you will likely face the testing phase, where the child sees if you're serious. They might tell a small lie just to see if you will explode like you used to do before. Your goal is to stay consistent, even when it feels like they are pushing your very last buttons every day. By week 4, you will notice a shift in their body language when they talk to you about difficult topics. They will stop looking at the floor and start making eye contact because the fear of judgment is fading away. By month 3, you will have rewired the emotional response patterns in both your brain and your child's brain, too. This is not just about stopping lies. It is about building a lifelong bond based on mutual respect and trust. Without this work, many children grow into adults who hide their true selves from the world around them. They become people pleasers who are afraid of conflict because they never learned that truth is a safe place. But you have the power to change that trajectory right now by changing how you respond to their mistakes. Let's look at some troubleshooting for when things get really difficult, or when the lie is very serious indeed. What if your child lies about something dangerous, like substance use or being in a very risky social situation? In these moments, your fear will be at its highest, but your need for calm is even more critical. If you react with terror, they will never tell you the truth again, and you will lose your influence completely. Instead, say, I am worried about your safety. Let's talk about how to keep you safe without any judgment. This shifts you from being an adversary to being a consultant, which is a much more effective parenting role. Another problem is the I don't know response, which is often a lie used to stall for more time. When they say, I don't know, they are often saying, I am too scared to tell you the real truth. Try saying, I'll give you 10 minutes to think about it, and then we can talk when you're ready. This removes the immediate pressure and allows their logical brain to come back online so they can speak the truth. Where do you think you fall on the parenting honesty scale, from a beginner to a master level? Level 1 is the punisher, who uses fear to demand the truth, but usually ends up getting more lies. Level 2 is the avoider, who knows the child is lying, but is too afraid of. the conflict to address it. Level 3 is the investigator, who focuses only on the facts but ignores the underlying emotions of the child. Level 4 is the coach, who uses the S.A.F.E method to guide the child toward honesty and personal growth. Level 5 is the mentor, where trust is so deep that the child comes to you before they lie. Most of us start at level 1 or 2, but with practice, anyone can reach the master level of parenting. To recap what we have discussed today, remember that lying is a symptom of fear, not a character flaw. Use the S.A.F.E method. Stay calm, ask honestly, focus on solutions, and encourage the truth with all your heart. Your child is not trying to hurt you. They are trying to survive their own fear of losing your love. Start today by having a truth amnesty conversation where you explain that you are working on your own reactions. Tell them, "I know I have been scary when you make mistakes, and I am sorry for that behavior." This vulnerability from you will open the door for them to be vulnerable with you in the near future. Watch how their shoulders drop and their eyes brighten when they realize they no longer have to hide. If you found this helpful, please leave a comment below and tell me one thing you will change today. I read every single comment, and I want to support you on this journey toward a more honest home. Our next episode will be about setting boundaries without using shame, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Thank you for listening to the Parenting Insights podcast. And remember that trust is built one small truth at a time. You have the tools to change your family's future, so go out there and be the safe harbor they need. Goodbye for now, and I look forward to hearing about your success with the S.A.F.E method in your home. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to build a bridge of honesty with the people you love. It might not be easy at first, but it will certainly be worth the effort in the long run. Take a deep breath, stay calm, and let the truth set your family relationship free from all that fear. Keep practicing these steps every day, and you will see a massive change in your child's behavior very soon. The power to create a truthful home is in your hands. So start with just one small, honest moment today. We will talk again soon on the next episode, where we dive even deeper into the heart of parenting. Until then, stay present, stay curious, and most importantly, stay safe and connected with your wonderful children tonight. Every child deserves to feel that their truth is welcome, no matter how messy or difficult that truth is. You are doing a great job just by being here and learning how to be a better parent today. See you in the next one, and keep leading your family with love and radical honesty every single day. It takes courage to look at our own mistakes as parents, but that is where real growth begins for us. Your children are watching you, so show them that honesty is more important than being perfect all the time. Peace and love to all the parents out there trying their best in this very complicated modern world today. We are all in this together, and together we can raise a generation of honest and courageous young people. Final thought. The truth is not just about facts. It is about the safety of the human heart. Good night and good luck with your first S.A.F.E conversation tomorrow morning or whenever you find the right moment.